Hi YouTube and welcome back to my channel. So I thought that today I decided to do a step-by-step eye tutorial about this look right here that we're going to be doing. I'm not going to be doing the foundation, I'm not going to be doing the concealer, nothing of the sorts. I just wanted to do a simple eye look. I will be positioning you guys a little bit closer to my eyes so I can show you guys my, my steps on how I do everything. And believe me, it's easy. I know it looks extremely hard. Trust me, it is extremely not hard. Awesome. So we're gonna get started. All right, guys, so the first step that we wanna do is literally do the eyebrows. So this is gonna be the look that we're gonna be doing today. We're gonna be experimenting with greens, golds, browns. It's gonna be really pretty. So the first step is always going to be the eyebrows. And my eyebrows are super difficult, and this eyebrow never comes out as good as that eyebrow. I'm sure you guys can relate to that because it's really, really, really annoying. However, though, we're gonna try it because I got really up close and personal with this video. Awesome. So I'm gonna take my angle brush that I always use for my eyebrows. If my camera decides to focus, there we go. You can get any angle brush at like Ulta or Sephora, or honestly even a drugstore. Probably. Alrighty, so I'm gonna start, you know what? I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna start off by brushing the eyebrows up so that you can find your line. Okay, awesome, sweet. So we're gonna start by drawing the line down below, okay? You can really extend the line however far you want to the left. Usually I create my line and then I blend it out and then I recreate it again. So if you guys have a way of doing this specifically how you like it, go for it. So after that, we're gonna be creating the arc. I will say that on this eyebrow, I have the hardest time doing that because this eyebrow has such a high arc and this one just does not. And I honestly, the reason that being, I got my eyebrows threaded a while ago and the person who threaded them was really, 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 I don't want to be mean about it. I don't think she knew what she was doing and she kind of messed up my eyebrows from here on out. So it's very hard to draw them back on. Alrighty, so once we've created that bottom line, we're gonna brush the top of the eyebrow down to find our top line. Awesome. So once you find that top line, you're gonna draw in your top. Honestly, I am never concerned with this part until the end, strictly because I do go back and I change a lot of it. So what I typically tend to focus on with my eyebrows. So you see how I have a really rounded edge here? I try and do as round of an edge possible on this eyebrow. Remember, my eyebrows, I honestly do not believe that they're even, so we're gonna try it out here. Okay, awesome. So I kind of made an arc similar to this one. Again, guys, this eyebrow takes me probably like 10 minutes to do. This eyebrow, however, takes me like 30 minutes to do. It's a really big struggle. Not struggle. I don't know. I just said that. Struggle. All right, guys. So now we're just gonna fill in the rest of the eyebrow. So this is where the difficult part for me comes in. I need to match my line like a little bit towards here. However, though, I will say this: my eyebrows, I naturally do like it like lifts up. So honestly, if they're uneven, I very much apologize. Okay, so matching up with that other line, or at least attempting to. Awesome. I feel that they're somewhat even. I gotta tell you. It's probably my top that's really, confusing me. However, though, we will go back up to the top and fix it. Awesome. So I think that they're much more even. Sweet. Okay, so the next step is going to be filling in the eyebrow. However, though, when you fill it in, I only go about to here. I will explain that right now. Okay, so my angle brush that I'm currently using has this tiny end piece to it, okay? I don't like the tiny end piece. However, though, I got eyebrow stuff from Tarte, and it came with this angle brush and this long flat top. So not flat top, whatever this brushy part is. Again, I don't know makeup lingo. So I decided to go with this one rather than this one because personally, I think that this one blends much better. So what I'm going to do is literally brush up and then brush back, if that makes sense. So we're gonna brush up. Okay, and then we're gonna brush back a little. Okay, we're gonna brush up. And then you see how I have stuff here? You could honestly just wipe it off. Really not that hard. Awesome. Okay, so we're brushing because we're blending out the dip brow to get that ombre effect that, you know, you see everywhere. Cool, so once you have your desired, you know, thing, I made hairs, so I will show you how to make the hairs in just 2 seconds. So before we start making hairs, I'm just gonna go back in and clean up what I think needs to be cleaned up. Awesome. Alrighty guys, so now we're gonna be creating the hairs and I will be showing you how to do that. Alright, so I will be going back in with my original, this, like my angle brush, okay? I'm going to lightly dip it in the dip brow. Literally, you don't need a lot. I have some at the edge. It's very hard to see, but I do have some at the edge. So what you're gonna do is lightly flick up. Like, so lightly, it's not even remotely funny. Oh, now that we are finally done with the eyebrows, we are going to be going to the eyeshadow. Sweet. Alrighty, so before we begin with the eyeshadow, we are going to be lining the eyebrow with concealer. You can take any concealer for this, but however, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 15 Fair Clear. I am putting a huge streak just above my eyebrow and then going back in with more concealer and putting it all on my lid. I will explain what I do in just a second. Okay, so you can take any flat brush. This is my flat brush that I've decided to use, and you're going to be creating, ooh, awesome. You're gonna be creating that line. Now I'm gonna just take a beauty blender and blend out the concealer that's already on my eyelid. Our first step that we are going to be doing is mixing this color and this color from the Jaclyn Hill palette. And those two colors that I just showed are going to be the colors Pookie, I don't know, and Roxanne. What I do is I pack on the color, okay? You're not blending any of it, okay? And we're gonna be packing it on the lid. It doesn't really matter how far it strays, just as long as you pack it on. Awesome guys, so once you've, you know, got your desired packing, what we're going to do is blend it out. So you can use any blending brush. Mine is dirty and I will explain why. We are going to go back into the Jaclyn Hill palette, okay? And we are going to be blending this color that I said and this color down here. And we're going to be doing that. Okay, make sure to, you know, get off that access brush. Like the access eyeshadow off the brush, not the access brush. Doy. Anyways, okay. So, how I blend out. First of all, I blend the top and I blend it very softly. Like literally, I barely touch my brush and I like do motions like that, okay? So we're gonna do that together. Sweet. And yes, I know that you see a line right there. Believe me, we will be going back in and blending everything out. So, with that same brush that you used before to do those two shades, we are going to go back in with those two shades and literally blend everything, okay? So it doesn't really matter how you do this, just as long as you get it on the brush and you blend it out. Sweet. So I'm not really getting the desired blend that I want, so I'm going to be taking a clean blending brush and going back up to the top like I said that I was. Awesome, so once you kind of get your desired blending look, that's when we're going to be adding the dark greens and the white liquid eyeliner and the gold that you see. So what you're going to do is take the concealer and you're going to take that flat brush that you used to put the concealer under your eyebrow, literally because we're going to be making a cut crease. Okay, we're not going to be making a full cut crease like you usually see in videos. We're going to make a little tiny, not tiny because it's going to be a little bit big, but a rounded circle crease. Okay, so you can really start wherever. Okay, so before I begin, I usually do that to see how far the crease goes up. And you can see it's a little bit up there. So we're going to go back up there. And we're going to be making the cut crease. So before you start, you know, like doing that and blending out the concealer, we're going to be patting it on so that we can get the desired shape before we start, you know, doing that. Because that just creates like these brown lines that you see, and we don't want that. Not yet, at least. Okay, if you need more concealer, absolutely, the more the merrier. Okay, so once you've got your shape that you want, now you can start, you know, spreading it out. I know that the browns are going to be there and they're going to start blending into the concealer, but don't worry, it is okay. Alrighty, so now I'm going to be taking a brush that looks like this. It's a flat but tiny brush, okay? Then we're going to be going back in to that dark green that I was talking about earlier. You can put as much as you want on because we will be creating the green that you see over here. Okay, so starting from whatever side you want, I'm going to go from this side and then go here. We're just going to be packing it on, okay? Getting it as close to that line as possible because we are not going to be outlining that cut crease because I didn't like the outline portion of it. So we're going to be getting as close as humanly possible. Awesome. Okay, so before we begin, do you see how the gold kind of seems like it's like melting into the eyelid? We are going to be creating kind of like a staircase, if that makes sense. So we're going to extend the green down here and then make a staircase so that the gold can act like a staircase, like going down your eye. And we're going to be doing the same steps that we did on this side. Awesome. Okay, cute. See? Already turning out the way that we want. The next step is going to be adding that gold. So if you have a gold eyeshadow that you prefer, absolutely use that one. The gold that I decided to use is from the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the Storybook palette, and it's going to be this gold, the golden ticket. Cool. So we're going to be taking another really tiny flat brush like I showed you before. Okay, so now we're going to go back in and we're going to be putting that gold color on. Awesome. So once that gold is on here, see, looking great. Now we're going to be drawing that white eyelining, like the line. All you're going to be doing is drawing that line at the top. So from there, we're just going to make sure that the eye dries. So just fan it out, do whatever you need to do, because the next step is going to be adding the eyeshadow under here. So what I decided to do is take that green color that we put up here and the gold and kind of, you know, mirrored it. So with that same tiny brush, we're going to go back in with the green and go on the under eye portion. So once that you've successfully added that green color on your eye, you are going to be taking a blending brush, any blending brush, and putting it down there. Blending it out. Okay, so we saved that tiny portion in the middle of the eye for the gold to go right there. So the next step that I am going to be doing is putting on the false eyelash. I'm so sorry I don't know the name. Honestly though, any lash that you prefer that makes that bold look, use it. Okay, so you guys know the drill. We're going to be putting the glue on first. So if you guys have a tool and you prefer to use that, by all means. However though, I am okay and comfortable using my fingers, so that's what I tend to go for first. And we're gonna be putting on the falsies as close to that lash line, not ash line, oh my god, as possible. So once that lash is successfully there, thank god, then we can complete the look. So what I did is I grabbed a makeup removing wipe, kind of wrapped my finger around it, and took away the excess eyeshadow that I felt wasn't necessary to be there on the side. Kind of like it's curving, if that makes sense. This is what the entire look looks like. Again, I'm not wearing foundation, the concealer, and all that kind of stuff. So of course it'll probably look better when you add all of that stuff to your look. However though, this is the desired eye look that I decided to do. I will be taking pictures and posting them on my Instagram. I will be putting my Instagram name down below, so please make sure to go follow me and like the picture if you guys don't already do that as is. Thank you so much guys for sticking around. I really enjoyed doing this close-up. I know that it was a little bit up and personal, and if I messed up or did anything, I thoroughly apologize. However though, I really did like this look. Thank you so much guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye weenies.